Thanks, Bahar. Hi everyone. In this course I'm going to share valuable insights into your underlying behaviours and those of your partners, such as why do you both behave the way you do? What can be done to change things? If your partner becomes angry or moody, distant or controlling, is this something you should run and hide from, or challenge, or try to fix? And how can I love my partner without losing myself? Another common theme that comes up in my relationship counselling sessions is, how does something that started off so well end up leaving me feeling so bad? The answer to this question traces the journey from romantic love to true, lasting romance, partnership and intimacy. The answer involves helping you develop the tools, skills and practices that cultivate wisdom, safety and empathy, and curiosity, and open-heartedness, so that lifelong patterns of defence are more easily shed. When that happens, partners can more easily connect with one another's core, the essence of the person that they first glimpsed when you met and fell in love. An important thing to remember is love has phases. When we become upset as adults, we respond the way we learned to respond as children. The thing is this: whether you are in a short-term or new relationship, or have been together for many years, whether you're feeling infatuated and deeply in love, or jaded because the intimate love has faded, there are clear clinical reasons why friction and patterns of arguments and the dynamics of the relationship develop. It's not anyone's fault, it's just that underneath our social camouflage, we're just animals, and we respond in primal ways to the circumstances we find ourselves in. At its core, all our behaviour is about innate responses, and those depend on our experiences as children and young adults. Are you confused about what's happening in your relationship? I'll be able to teach you what's really going on with you and your partner, and once you understand that, you can make the best choices to help your relationship deepen into the best that it can be, and the most satisfying for you both. I'm not saying that you'll never argue again, but I'll teach you ways to deal with the conflict so that it becomes healthy and not toxic. We'll look at the way couples behave the way they do, and how some of the difficult behaviours are so normal and commonplace that they're given names. Once you learn that so much of the way relationships evolve is instinctive, and we have more ability than you may think to change things, you will realise that not only is change possible, but so is happiness. Because the truth is that having a committed relationship that is deeply satisfying is not about finding the right partner, it's about becoming the right partner. And this is something I'll be able to teach you in this course, whether you do this alone or with your significant other. So, does conflict happen to every couple? I see all kinds of couples. They are all ages, from teenagers to couples in their 70s and 80s. They're from all backgrounds, all types of relationship, from the relatively new to decades old. Many are same-sex, some have more than two people involved. I see all types of relationships. Some are newly blended with a complex history of exes and children. Some couples don't live together all the time. Many of my clients come with difficult personal history, whether they realise it or not. For example, if your parents divorced when you were a child, the chances are really high that you'll be bringing some unconscious issues into your adult relationships. As adults, we are all the consequence of our childhood experience, and we learn to adapt so that we will survive. Then we take these adaptations into our adult relationships, where we often meet someone who was wounded at the same time, but who has the opposite adaptation. I'll explain all this in the course in the coming sessions. One of the most common phrases I hear is, "But we used to be so good together, what changed?" Most of us adopt a face that we want our partners to see, and it's not until we're deep into a relationship that we feel safe enough to drop some of this camouflage and let our partners see us as we really are. That's when I hear couples say that their partner has changed, but all that has happened is some of the intensity of the start of the relationship has mellowed, and we notice some of the differences between us. In this course, I can show you how you can both deepen your relationship so that it becomes the one that you need. I can help you to get the love you want. And what we want, in essence, what we all want, is to feel safe. We're just animals with clothes on. And a lot of our behaviours are driven by fundamental, primitive, innate feelings and thoughts. We're like human emotional icebergs with only the tip showing and most of us hidden. Most of our behaviours come from deep inside our subconscious. So, is conflict in a relationship healthy? Most definitely, conflict within a relationship is normal. In fact, it should be welcomed. I like to say that conflict is growth trying to happen. But yes, it can be scary. So when we're in conflict and argue, that can feel unsafe. You may feel scared that the relationship is going to end, or you may go to anger or violence or want to curl up and hide. And these are normal responses. I often hear couples saying with pride that they never argue, and my heart sinks because arguments and conflicts are a great opportunity for growth and deeper reconnection. If there's no conflict, there's often boredom, dullness, and often a lack of growth. I also hear of couples who have learned to live in a toxic atmosphere for weeks or months or years because they're unable to move out of the toxicity of the conflict unresolved. They're stuck with mutual disrespect and inner pain growing all the time. There's often a fear of speaking out in case the other gets upset. The difference between a successful and unsuccessful couple is not the number of arguments or conflicts they have, but the ways that they resolve things and how fast they can patch things up. Through learnings gained in my daily work with couples, I'll help you explore the experiences and fears which are driving your behaviour and your partners. As animals, we are driven by a primal need to find someone we can feel safe with and who we can reveal our deepest fears and anxieties with, without fear of judgment or criticism. Everyone wants to connect with others. We are social creatures, born with the ability to socialise, and we all need someone with whom we can achieve deep intimacy, though not necessarily on a sexual level. Sex can be an expression of our intimacy, but there are many other ways to develop intimacy too, and to rebuild a damaged relationship. I'll be showing you proven and remarkably quick ways to re-romanticize yourselves and reignite the fire. In my experience, even affairs and addictions can be catastrophic, but not irreparable. If you both want to work, the good news is that any damage can be the source of growth and deeper understanding.